Savant. So
okay, let's check something right now.
yeah, we might have to start over. Just fine. Oh, I don't see it. Yeah, it's for me, this is what I see on the YouTube app. So
Okay, and it's going live. So I think let's check it one more time.
someone says good now. Oh, I see myself now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, yeah, it's lagging.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Gambling Savant. We've got Tyler Boone and XRP Crypto Beast here currently. We've got Code Ward and Dave from ArcPlate joining the show here shortly. We did our little intro, had a little connection issue getting the Zoom app over to YouTube. So I apologize for the little mishap there, but we want to get started with the show. And today is all about CasinoCoin. It's all about CasinoCoin in the sense of the team, CSC Nation, of course. And then we have individuals like Tyler Boone with Boonerings.com. We have individuals like Dave from ArcPlate. Both these gentlemen are putting out fantastic product. Both serve a different purpose, but both are just as important. We've got so many reasons to gather today and just bring a lot of the aspect of camaraderie to bring a lot of vision and insight on the current moment, actually, with the deafening silence of the team. We don't know exactly what's going on. We can read between the lines. We have potential contracts with casinos, online casinos, that is. We have potential contracts with exchanges. We have Quad Jacks, who is now living in Las Vegas. We're going to find out more about that move and the significance of it very shortly, and so on and so forth. So we want to be cheerleaders today and all come together as individuals, as supporters and enthusiasts, not only in the world of crypto, but more specifically CasinoCoin. So, when I look at individuals like XRP Crypto Beast, Tyler Boone, Code Ward, Dave, and dozens of others who I follow and love to hear their opinion and hear their words of encouragement on Twitter and other platforms. This is unlike anything I've experienced. The team is second to none. The rebranding and rebuilding of this project is something I've never experienced. I feel very grateful and fortunate to be an investor, and that is secondary. The investment for me personally is secondary. I've been able to voice myself on YouTube. I'm now hosting my first live stream with fantastic individuals. It's taken me to places I never thought I would venture out to, getting out of my comfort zone, expanding my own thoughts and vision for myself personally, financially, and the fact that I'm able to meet and correspond with truly amazing people is really where the value lies for me. Of course, financially, everybody wants to yield a profit on their investment. I think we have a great chance of doing that if you haven't realized it already. So sky's the limit. I want to give a big shout out to the CasinoCoin team for their endless effort, all the individuals, and then also CSC Nation, individuals like myself, like XRP Crypto Beast, Crypto Corvette. I go on and on and on. And then we have another sector of that with individuals like Tyler Boone with Boonerings.com, who is putting out fantastic product with the highest quality materials on the production side of these products, these tangible items, keychains, pendants, tokens, rings, so on and so forth. There's so much more than what meets the eye with the process of designing and fabricating this product. Okay. And everybody loves it. It's amazing. We're going to get more into that shortly. And we have guys like Dave from ArcPlate, who is on the security side, who is also pumping out a product. It is for security. And we're going to get much more into depth on that too, and also touch on the relationship between Tyler Boone and Dave. So this is going to be really exciting. Thank you everybody for joining. And I'd like to pass the mic to either Tyler or Crypto Beast and kind of just give your current thoughts on the current state of CasinoCoin and just where you lie mentally.
Mentally, I'm a beast.
You are.
No, to tell you the truth, like me, I'm a trader by first. That's where literally I started. I started investing from a trader's point of view, making price action movements. I made plenty of mistakes, but built a really strong foundation and a really good game plan to where I don't gotta worry about movement. But until I started learning, getting more into the technological side of things, like the inner workings and stuff, that's when I fully started to feel for the market and projects. Because it's not, to me, yeah, in the beginning, I was just getting into it to make a profit, to make money, to get out of whatever I was getting out of. But once I got deeper into it, being the person I am, I like to do a lot of research to understand whatever it is I'm getting into. Say, like, even with my martial arts, I understand the history, where it came from and stuff like that. I do that with my investing. That's part of my game plan. I learn about the team, where they came from, what happened, especially, that's just me. And knowing all that gives me the confidence in the project and the product they're pushing out themselves. So the price action from wherever I am or from wherever I started in between to wherever the project's gonna go kind of don't matter to me in a way. I just feel that strongly for this team that which brought a project that, turned it around majorly, and each of the team members putting in their personal effort, especially some more than others, moving their whole families, doing all that takes a lot.
Yeah.
Just to move. You're having to go through tests, paperwork, making sure you have all your whole house, pretty much. Everything in your house, you have to move. If you got family and kids, you got to make sure, they're accommodated, airplane tickets, whatever, all that's pretty stressful. In order for people to go through that for a project, should speak louder than words. It's their actions that they're doing for this project. We longtime holders know already, and how confident we are already, because we know we've been following this team for a while, and we know how much effort and personal feet. This is like their baby. In other words, this project to them, they put in so much effort to wanting this to succeed.
Yeah.
And that's where I stand.
Mm-hmm. And if I could piggyback on that a little bit and talk about that to some extent. I mean, I think you're absolutely right. Their actions speak a lot louder than words. And, we've been hearing some talk in the community about how, like, oh, they're silent. That means that there's a rug pull and we're all going to lose our money and we should be terrified, and it's like, I just don't feel that way at all. I mean, I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. The three of us don't. Nobody really does. But, we can see what they're doing and we can kind of draw our conclusions from that. And it's like, for Jack to move to Vegas, drop everything. He's never even been to Vegas, by the way. I was talking to him.
This is his first time, right? That's what I thought.
He's never even been there, and he's picking up and he's moving everything there. And It's like, no wonder he's quiet. I mean, that is stressful, like it takes a lot of effort and energy to do that. So, kudos to him. He just got there. He's all settled in, and he's starting to kind of get back on the horse again. We're starting to see some more coming out of him. So it's exciting. I'm really, curious to see kind of the reasons exactly why he moved out there and what he's doing. And then same thing with Daniel, like we were saying, he's moving everything to the Isle of Man, which is like no joke either. So big deal. It's a huge commitment to do that. obviously they believe in the project in order to, I mean, at least from what we can tell, it's like you wouldn't just do that if you were rug pulling everybody. Like, why would you do that?
You'd be rug pulling yourself.
Unless it's an elaborate ruse. But I just don't feel that way. And at the same time, we have to understand that like this project is a long-term thing. Like we are still kind of in the beginning stages. Like we obviously in the last 6 months have seen a tremendous amount of progress in my opinion. Like we've seen a tremendous amount of development.
Much.
Moving to the XRPL and, working with the Sum group, the XRP Labs people, and like kind of, working to make a solid product. We have to
just look what happened like in these past few days, but CasinoCoin was this team and this project showed the world that you can move your project onto the XRPL.
Yeah.
Instead of just building on it, you can move your project.
Right.
And your whole project. Huge. Come on. Like so, that's their
and so I think that their beginning target market is the online casinos because you don't need to have a tremendous amount of infrastructure in place in order to do that. You can simply integrate this particular coin ecosystem into your online business and then directly see the benefits almost instantly. So I think that's going to be their first play, is going after those online casinos. And then once they kind of get their foot in the door and they're well established in that space, then I think, we're going to see them start to move to the brick and mortar side, where you can, sit down in front of a slot machine, scan a QR code and use your tokens to pay for the slot machine.
What's crazy? You know what I've been thinking? What if it's like a partnership kind of thing? Because I know some casinos own online casinos.
They
you know what I mean? So they could crack one of them both ways and show others that it works between both.
Right.
Which is crazy. That's what I was thinking a little bit. That was, I leave that up in the air.
I think both of you are so correct. We have to take a step back mentally, not a step back as far as the progression or the future of the project or how quickly they're advancing, but you do have to get back to the fundamentals. You do have to capture, we have to be really good at servicing online casinos. That's the bread and butter of the company. That has to be the utmost of importance right now. And, the silence, the first few weeks of this month have allowed us to, I think in a good way. Now it depends on how you decipher this or your emotional side, but the silence has allowed us to use our imagination in ways that we probably wouldn't have if we were in more contact with the team. We went from wanting to be able to use the CSC token, have the CasinoCoin Lobby X app go live, all these different levels of progression we wanted to see as investors and supporters. We're not going full scale. We're not going to be using the CSC token in the Bellagio next week. Like it's just not going to happen, right? So we have to understand that truly. And I think there's a day,
happen, guys, I will be flying my Polynesian ass to visit all you guys.
I think there's a day that happens. I'm not discounting the future or the vision there, but just think about if we truly become masters at servicing online gambling with the CasinoCoin Lobby X app. Not only that, the customer service, the infrastructure is basically there, like Tyler touched on. Yeah. We can plug and play with online casinos, essentially, right? So we start there. To think that we just immediately go full scale into the brick and mortar side of things is probably not the proper way to think or approach the current situation. I think we get there, like I said. But Daniel has stated, Quad Jacks has stated, we have to get back to these 4 or 5 line items that they want to accomplish for this year. More exchanges, more casinos, more gamblers, more of these fundamental line items. Okay. And the big dreams, the aspirations, the end game is in play. It does come. It just doesn't come in 2021. So here's something else I want to touch on real quick, not to get long-winded here. We're talking about the silence. Okay. And people are some people are confused. Many are not. But think about the fact that JC Collins has submitted over 2 blogs with current progression.
Well, I kind of wait till those
It's
come
progression
out.
that we don't know about. They haven't been
Yeah,
released for a
it's gonna be
reason.
new to
So,
all of us.
but what has happened with every other piece of information or progression thus far? We've heard about it. So it's not information that he wrote his blogs about that we haven't seen yet, that haven't been released, aren't about things that have already been accomplished. It's about things we don't know about yet that have been accomplished that they just can't talk about. So if I'm explaining that properly, in the past, if something happened, we heard about it next day. Something has happened. There's a reason for the delay. Why does JC Collins put out 2 blogs with the roadmap or the timeline of progression in what has taken place if it hasn't happened or it's not the news that we think is going to break? So all of this is insight. It's all perspective. It's all not even really speculation, but we're just sitting tight, holding tight. And I think we're in for a real fireworks show towards the end of the year here.
I think so,
man. If people is not like used to the freaking upswings of the market, they're really new in this space. And not really battle tested, man. Because the crypto itself, any other project you're in, up down, you know, then no matter where you go, you always gonna have those people that gonna be like, oh, rug pull this, rug pull that. But the ones you see, yeah,
no, exactly. And here's the other thing too, is that, you know, none of the 3 of us are financial advisors by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, we're investors like all of you guys, and we're just trying to kind of do our best to understand what we're invested in. I think that's super important. I think we touched on that before. It's like, it really helps to avoid making emotional decisions when you understand more about the team and more about the project, more about where they're going, what they're planning. So to me, it's like, I'm not expecting to have this huge, you know, massive payoff like next month. I'm expecting this to be a 3 to 5 year long thing. You know, that's kind of in my personal viewpoint, like that's the time frame that I'm thinking of before we, you know, moon, so to speak. It's like,
for me, I have 2 accounts. I have my long term and then my trading account. Okay, Ma. My trading account is the one I use, you know, if I'm gonna bust any trades, and that one profits and feeds my long term. My long term keeps me in the game, you know. So, but that's the one I don't touch. That's the long, you know, 10 years, whatever.
That's probably
my trading account is. I'm fine with market movements, but having those 2 accounts kind of helps me with the volatility of things. They helped me in the beginning when I was like fresh and new into this thing years ago. But you know, hopefully people that's new in here has a mind like that. So you know, they're not gonna be afraid to be FOMOing in, but not just doing that, putting in the work to do the research, like how we all been talking about, learning about the company, the team members, where they came from, what their vision is, you know, and also getting viewpoints of others within the community, especially with ones that's big long time holders. That's the people you want to talk with. Get their piece of viewpoint, you know.
Well, and to elaborate on that, William Sean Carberry, who's very strong supporter of CasinoCoin, as we all know, he says, I'm now going into my 5th year with CasinoCoin, and the last 6 months have been the best in that whole period of those 5 years. So he's been around for 5 years. He says he's got to run. Hey, William, thank you so much for joining the show, man, and participating. So he's a veteran.
Yeah, he is.
He's a big time veteran, man. And he always shows support to everybody that comes into the community.
I love it.
That's what I love about him, man. He always shows everybody, man. I got support from when I first came in. I've been a long time holder of CasinoCoin, but not a part of the community until the swap. That's when I met Code Ward and JC Collins. Actually, JC, I think messaged me because I forgot how that happened, but I was like stuck at a part inside the swap, and I got a message from Higher Manas. I remember it said Higher Manas, and then it showed me to Code Ward, and that's how I met Code. And then
Nice.
that's all
Yeah.
she wrote, and then I just became a part
I
of the
had kind of
community.
a similar experience. I mean, because I actually am pretty new to the space relatively. I've only been invested in CasinoCoin for a little over 2 months now. So it was post swap when I got in. So like I didn't even go through that whole thing. Yeah. So like I am
See,
new, but at the same
the
time,
people
like,
getting two different perspectives today. Oh, more than
Yeah.
two.
Yeah,
They're
so-
gonna have another guy come in.
right. But I mean, it is good to hear from William to say that, the last 6 months have been better than the last 5 years. So that is reassuring, because to me, as someone looking, like, I've known about CasinoCoin for a long time. I didn't jump into it until after the swap when I heard that they were moving over to XRP. That's kind of what got me personally in. I was like, okay, if it's running on XRP and they're working with the XRPL team, that was kind of personally what made me pull the trigger on it. And then the more I learned about it, the more comfortable I got, and then the more I invested. And like, I'm not betting the entire farm on the project right now. I want to make that clear too, just so people are understanding where I'm at. But
the whole farm and all the cattle.
Yeah, no, but like I did reach my goal amount. I'm not going to specify what that is, but like I have my position. I'm happy with my position. I'm excited about where this is going. And again, like, I'm expecting to hold this for many years, and I'm not planning on selling, short of, tipping here and there and maybe doing a couple of things. But yeah, like the vast majority of my holdings.
I have not even sold any. I had tipped more than anything.
Yeah, same. So
I had to check myself on that tipping a little bit.
Yeah, it's like you add it all up, and 5 years from now, it could be worth like $1 million.
Right.
You're like, damn, I tipped that much out. Nah,
real quick, I want to say, hey, David S. Genuine says 8 months for me.
Nice.
Invested for 8 months, I believe.
Nice.
Right on, man.
Brian Fink. Brian Fink says CSC to 10 cents end of the year, putting positive vibes out there.
Hey, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, we've got Philip and Richard Ashley.
I'll be visiting you guys.
Yep.
So Philip's before the swap, CasinoCoin app into ZUM and KYC. Yep. I got in just before the swap too. I think my first purchase of CasinoCoin was March of this year. So I'm going on 5 months roughly or so. And it's been the greatest 5 months that I could have imagined as far as investments go.
Man. I've had so much fun.
And think about this. You have the traditional stock market, nationally, internationally, and individuals who are long-term thinkers. The long-term game in the traditional stock market is like 20, 30, 40 years, right?
40 years. And there's a difference.
We're looking at 3 to 5 years, where 10 years possibly. What I want to touch on as far as that goes, just to give some perspective, a lot of it has to do with the pie-shaped graph that you could put together for a project like CasinoCoin or XRP, both trying to handle, in the case of CasinoCoin, all the money as far as gambling goes. You can relate it that way. So what if CasinoCoin in 3 years is handling 30% of the online gambling market? Let's just use that for an example, okay? And 5% of the brick and mortar. I don't know if that's anywhere even close, or just for argument's sake though.
Yeah.
As an investor, after 3 years, your current investment might be 200x. Could be 100x. I don't know. It could be 50x. I don't know where these percentages are.
You know why? It's on the XRPL. It could
be massive. But even though you have a 50x or 100x return in 3 years on this project, I think that's a realistic figure. Okay. Let's just say that's the case. But do you pull out of the investment knowing that on the pie graph that you've created, or that we can speculate on or do some actual math and run some hard numbers and figures? Are you yanking out your investment just because you've experienced a 50x?
Right.
But only knowing that we've only captured a small percentage of relatively speaking, of the industry?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
a great
so.
question.
So,
And I mean, I think that like in the future, we're gonna, once Flare goes online, for example, we have decentralized staking and things like that, where you can put your assets like CSC,
Yes.
into a lending pool, and then you can collect that interest. Maybe that interest, could be, you could use for,
To buy
business
more
capital,
CSC.
yeah, or buy more, whatever.
Circulate.
Yeah. So, I think personally, again, like I'm not a financial advisor, but I think how I'm playing it is that, it makes sense to take profits along the way.
Mhm.
Especially if you're going to put that money to use, like for
Yes.
example, it's like with Boonerings, like we're running a business here, and it
Yes.
would make sense to, invest in more equipment in order to expand our capabilities, and kind of like, maybe invest it in marketing, because we're not really doing that right now, aside from, organically what I'm doing on
Bro, you're
Twitter.
marketing it really well right now, bro. I don't think you need a
And
marketer.
we've been seeing that, but it's like it would be, a whole nother level to add paid advertising on top of the organic.
Oh, yes,
Absolutely.
Kind of combining the two. And it's like, with crypto gains, it makes a lot of sense, I think, to kind of take profits along the way. Again, too, because a lot of people back in 2017 all say the same thing. They were in that euphoric stage. There was going parabolic, and they really regretted not taking profits along the way, because they just held, thinking we're going to 15, 20, $50, topped out at 384. I'm talking about XRP, for example. And then it, crashed down to whatever it was, 15 cents or something. And it's like, then you had to wait another 3 years. And it's like, if they could go back in time, they would have taken profits along the way. So I think,
Yes.
we're going to see a bull run at the end of the year, I think. And it would absolutely make sense to take profits along the way, knowing that, we could very well see a big correction again. But, there's also the chance that correction doesn't really happen the same way it happened before. And like, you wouldn't really get that entry point that you're expecting. So it is risky to do that. It's also risky to not do that. I mean, it's risky to be in this space at all. When we're talking about this kind of volatility. So how you
It's a
play
risky
it,
period.
but you kind of have to have that plan. You have to kind of know what you're going to do ahead of time, and not let emotions, dictate your actions.
My thing is,
What are you? What is that?
So my thing about the investing side and strategy. So the last thing I want to do is have a good position in a project that I think is, quite frankly, just starting, like XRP or CasinoCoin. The last thing I want to do is lose my position, because if we're right in where things are headed, to sell off or to take profit and try to guess and beat the market in that sense, while I've done it plenty, I've sold portions of certain projects to take profit, or to try to capture some additional shares to sell at a certain point and re-enter. I've definitely timed that properly on with different projects and been successful in large part. But right now, like specifically with CasinoCoin, I don't trade CasinoCoin.
Well, yeah, I don't.
I don't want to lose my position.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That
if
one
it
I just
drops,
accumulate.
I don't care if it drops to 0.0028. I don't care if what it does. My position right now is, for me, substantial enough that I think I can anticipate and foresee where things are headed, not even price wise, but the price will be a byproduct of the successes and the milestones. So, in the market cap and the use case, and so on and so forth. So like, I don't want to lose my position. I'm scared to touch CasinoCoin.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have something goofy happen and I lose my position with the project. So I can't say that for all of them. They're not all created equal. I hold XLM. I love XLM. I like XRP. I love XRP.
Yeah,
but
right.
ADA, all these different projects that.
Oh yeah, I already took profits off of ADA. I still have a bag held, but like me, I take profits, but I leave some. I don't take it fully, but especially if I got in at a super early time. I sold and I bought back in, but I still was way early.
Yeah.
But
And that's
for
the
me,
thing, like, but
I take profits on the way up, not too much, but depending on the project itself. Say
that's
like
right.
CasinoCoin, where it's at, I don't see it as a smart investment to take profits now, because it's like the price action. It's just, man, it's under a cent. So if you're taking profits and try to trade on it now, man, you're not making smart financial decisions. I'm not a financial advisor at all. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Like these
Yep.
minor price movements. I go by like what do you call percentage gains. If I'm able to gain a better amount of percentage in the longer term, which everybody should see, that is, I'd rather take that route instead of trying to, like you said, fight the market every day. Like be like a bot, buy and sell, buy and sell. In the United
Right.
States, that's recorded. So each buy and sell is recorded. So to me, I just don't see it as on the tax side of things as well, with all the information you have to do with taxes and all that. I don't see it as a good thing. Not saying you can't trade all day, every day with crypto, because I have done it.
Yeah.
And
Sure. Yeah. There's
it's
a lot of
quite
opportunity out
euphoric.
there.
I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. I like
Let's
it.
touch on something real quick. We've, of course, we want to, tell everybody our thoughts and the current state of CasinoCoin. What I really think is interesting is that CasinoCoin basically told us that this was going to be a quiet month. So it's not like it just happened and we're all scratching our head questioning what's the issue here. They told us this was going to be the case. So like going full circle back to the camaraderie and enthusiasm for the project and where we stand and how the silence has now become deafening. We have to expect as investors, as supporters, with the information we've been given, with the fact that, Daniel stated that we're working with more than 1 and less than 8 online casinos. We have Quad Jacks just arrived in Las Vegas, maybe for both personal and business reasons. I don't know. That is the area of gambling, the mecca of gambling, right? So like, we can kind of always read between the lines and come up with an educated guess. Just for anybody out there that has created FUD or wants to create FUD or is just simply concerned, that's fair. I understand being concerned or anxious or nervous about a situation like this when your hard-earned money is at stake. But when you really think about it, the information we've been given, the transparency, the level of transparency that CasinoCoin has operated with, and the integrity of not fluffing anything. They just simply don't do that. Daniel Keller is maybe the most matter-of-fact individual I've ever met, honestly, or seen communicate. He's not going to put himself in position to have a community that's as bonded and as strong as CasinoCoin has become in short order. He's not going to let us down, and he's not going to put the pressure on the team unnecessarily to disappoint or to fail in lack of better terms, like temporarily anyways. Like, so you have to also understand who the type of people you're dealing with. These are professionals. They're very intelligent on the side of cryptocurrency and the technicals of the XRPL, their own project, which they've revamped and customized to the nth degree, to their own standard, to their own definition of what CasinoCoin is and what it represents and how it operates. So I don't want people to get blinded by this. I don't want anybody to be nervous. There's nothing to be nervous about. There's many other projects that I could certainly say I would be a very nervous investor. This is not one of them. And I think it's empowering. I think it's exciting. The silence can be very a strong force, as we know.
And the silence for me has been really rewarding because I've been a lot focused on CasinoCoin a lot lately, especially being new to making YouTube videos and live streaming and whatnot. But the silence had let me meet so much other people and look into other projects that's being built on the XRPL. Man, it's been amazing. Look what happened in the past few days with been blowing up with connecting trust lines and whatnot and all that. Like having that silence gotten me to do other things and branch out and learn more. And, I got to deep dive into other things.
Right.
That's just the way I see it. Zoom out. The
So
silence doesn't bother me.
I want to use you for example, real quick, XRP Crypto Beast. You are an individual just like myself. We're not putting out a product of sorts. We're not the Tyler or the Dave of the community. We are on a different level or different section of things where you and I just out of nowhere decided to jump and create content. And I think it's interesting that you have individuals like us. You have individuals like Tyler, who I believe your first crypto product, was it a CasinoCoin?
It was.
So look at how we've all gravitated to this project and this community. Now, do we love XRP? Do we love other projects? Do we have faith and belief in the general market? Absolutely. But I don't experience this with any other project, more or less. And the fact that it's brought this out of us in short order, XRP Crypto Beast has established himself in the world of being a content creator. Gambling Savant here. I'm doing my first live stream. Like I've stated, I've got a strong following, a new channel, but a strong following of supporters.
Congratulations, everybody.
Look what's happened with Tyler and now Dave. And there may be other examples of.
Oh, I can't wait. That art clip, man. I love that. Love that idea. That was the bombest thing ever I've seen too.
Look at just the developments that are taking place within CSC Nation, right? We have friendships, we have business relationships, we have the sense of community. We are like-minded in the sense of our support for a vision, a project, an investment. We have goals and aspirations, and it's all positive. There's nothing negative that I've seen at all that's come from this. And you know what? We have fudsters who present themselves on Twitter. That only fuels the fire. For me as a new content creator, and I have a vision for my own channel for things I want to accomplish. YouTube's just a great platform for where I want to go to extend myself, any products that I get into in the future with Gambling Savant, and relationships with online casinos or individuals like Tyler or Dave. And it's just this full circle encompassing ball of energy of individuals who are willing to put themselves out there to conduct business and to maintain relationships, both friendships and business
it's just
partners.
So wonderful. Met a lot of wonderful people. Got to do a lot of things that I never thought I would be doing. Yeah, I really like making videos. I just talk about random news though. That's just me. I just made something to just put out news of just the crypto space, especially in my community. Not too much people here knows about crypto or just even understand what they're getting into. And I'm like, why not just start a channel and do something to where I can help the people at my workplace, the people in my community, some of my family members. I do have some family members that's in the crypto space, but they're not really vocal like I am, but
yeah, exactly. Well, it's interesting because I feel like, you said that a lot of people in your community aren't really into crypto. I think that's pretty much the case everywhere you go. You go to the supermarket or whatever, and you look around, it's like pretty much 95% of these people have no idea what crypto is. Maybe less than that, I don't know, but I think that's a common thing. But I also want to touch on something real quick. So we had talked about the community and how tight knit it is, and how everybody, we're friends, we're business partners, we're doing things, we're putting ourselves out there, we're getting out of our comfort zones. And I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because it is really interesting to me. Crypto communities are different from my observation than really anything else out there. Because when you're invested in a project like CasinoCoin, for example, then you are positioned. Okay, you're positioned in your investment, and so everything that you do that could help spread awareness for the project, or kind of get more people into it or whatever, it's like anything that you can do as an individual will directly impact your investment. So it's in your best interest to actually improve the project. And it's not like that, like when you're investing in a company, like how can, I'm invested in Tesla, for example. So it's like, what can I do to help Tesla's value go up? Not really much of anything, aside from just trusting that their management and, the direction that they're going is the right path. That's kind of, but this is different. It's like we're a community. And I think that as time goes on, these crypto communities are going to become more and more influential. Like with Flare, for example, it's going to be completely community driven. It's going to be run on a decentralized autonomous organization. There's going to be community votes for things. And so absolutely, it's going to matter that the community is not only educated about the project, but very engaged and active. And so, for us with CasinoCoin, I thought CasinoCoin would be a great place to start for the business because it is a smaller project and the people that are in it are very knowledgeable. They're very passionate. And so it'd be kind of like the perfect niche because, right now it's like we're a small business. We can, like, if we get millions of orders for something, we get blown out the door. But also the same thing, if I went directly to Bitcoin, for example, like the most popular cryptocurrency, thinking that, well, the market's way bigger, I could sell a lot more of these. Well, first of all, everyone's selling Bitcoin stuff. And second of all, if you're going after such a huge market, it's harder to kind of like gain traction as somebody brand new. But if you're going after a small market, designing something very specific for a very specific group of people that are very passionate about something, then that's going to actually be more successful in the short term. And that's going to be a greater place to start, because then I went to XRP and then I went to, other projects, and I will get to Bitcoin. I already have the mock-ups for it, but that was not going to be the starting point. And so it is kind of cool. It's like, yeah, I'm part of CasinoCoin and like I'm invested.
Man with the plan.
I want it to do well. But, it doesn't have to be like that for every single project that I, make a keychain for. Like Lumen Swap, I don't own Lumen Swap yet. I mean, I like the project personally, but it's like, I don't even have to like the project. It's just, there's a community of people that are very passionate about something. And it's like, I can make something that is specifically designed for them. And that's just really exciting. And it can expand, dramatically the audience of the business and kind of get more eyeballs on what we're doing. So
this honestly is music to my ears. This is why I love this space. I can think my own thoughts that are similar to yours, but to hear it coming and vocalized from another individual where everything just comes together is powerful. The perspective and the insight coming from other like-minded people, when you hear it, it's like me talking or my own
with
thoughts.
The long hair, where
it's incredible to me, and that's why
I'm from Hawaii, man.
I love the live stream aspect, and all your thoughts are on par, 100% accurate, and it's a powerful way of thinking, and it's a powerful way of a group of people, a community to operate, especially like you said, on the business side of the niche aspect of focusing initially on this very tight bonded CasinoCoin community. You have now the Flare community and so on and so forth. The XRP community we know has been strong for years. And so, hey, real quickly, this is a funny story. I think you guys will like this. Okay. So I did my hat giveaway, CasinoCoin hat giveaway last week sometime. Individual won. And I had a DM from a Gambling Savant follower, and his name is Dave Sahoyden. Okay. He's a longtime gambling. I say long time, channel's new, but he was early on with Gambling Savant.
The OG.
He just simply stated, he goes, "Hey man, my place of business where I work, I could really use this hat and showcase it to a lot of people. I'm in contact with a lot of people, and I am a strong follower of Gambling Savant." And so I went on with the giveaway. a different individual took first place on the drawing. And later that day, I referred back to that DM, and I just thought, you know what, man, I don't need to voice this. And it's just the timing of this is funny. I don't need to tell the community that I gave away another hat. I do this out of the goodness of my heart. I like giving. I've given away a lot of cash prizes this year. Now I'm moving into the CasinoCoin apparel. We're doing a Boonerings keychain giveaway today, all from my own pocket.
Yeah.
Out of the goodness of my heart, I want to do this. I enjoy doing this.
Absolutely.
I'm grateful that I am able to. It's not any real high dollar amounts, but it does add up. And this is the way the world works. Okay. I have super chat set up for my channel, and Dave's on here, and he just gave a super chat of $19.99, a $20 super chat.
I just see that, man.
Do you see how things continuously keep coming full circle? Yep. When you put out genuine good energy, you do good things, you do good. Everybody every day says, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm doing good." Okay, I'm not going to be technical on grammar right now. That's not the point. But are you doing good? Probably not. You might be doing okay, or you're doing well this particular day, right? But to do good may mean holding a door for somebody, picking up a piece of trash off the ground, helping somebody that fell. In this case, I'm putting apparel out there and product to people who might even have the means to buy many pieces of apparel. It's not about who can or can't. It's the extending your helping hand, or just you're acknowledging individuals.
The act,
it's the act of giving. And so
out of your,
I don't want to get off topic,
out
but
of your heart.
It's so funny how life works. Okay. And I appreciate Dave very much for giving back to Gambling Savant after he received a hat that he actually didn't win. He didn't win the prize, right? Yeah. But he still ended up with the CasinoCoin hat. Okay. And it's the power of
especially what Debo just said too. He was gone off of CasinoCoin. He dropped off of Twitter for a little bit, logged back in one day and had CasinoCoin_NL. And he was doing giveaways.
Oh, you're kidding.
He won 250,000 CasinoCoin through him. Yeah, it's stuff. There's a lot of people like that within this community that doing a lot of giveaways, not just with CasinoCoin, within this whole XRPL community. Like a lot has been going on, and this is what amazing. And me being in the CasinoCoin community helped me branch off and meet a lot of other people. Because before, like a lot of the communities, they're like tribalism, and I didn't really like that. I don't like that, because I'm very diverse, especially where I live, man. I live in Hawaii. We have so much different cultures over here. We're like the melting pot of the world. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm like that with everything I do. I like to be diverse and have views from others, from different communities, from different projects, or different takes from even stock markets to all that, to precious metals, to even just knowing things helps you make better decisions.
Look at Dave now, guys. He puts out a $49.99 super chat. I'm speechless. Okay, guys. By no means am I sitting here expecting this. Okay, it's not an expectation. It is. I'm actually speechless at the moment. It's something that.
And speaking about
powerful,
being generous,
it's so powerful.
Even him too, helping out his friend.
It's so powerful,
wanted, for the friend's charity, the Kaizo one, his friend Kaizo, the art guy, that put up a charity for his friend that's going through breast cancer. That's action. I like that kind of stuff, when people just wanting to help out others, not even expecting anything in return, but just genuinely wanting to help. Man, so of course I jumped on board. I'm just one that likes to give back as well.
Yeah, and to say thank you is just so cliche. I don't know how to repay Dave. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
it's
getting
hard,
repaid,
yeah.
right? So it's this give take, and that's what space is all about, man. Especially CasinoCoin. I don't think this happens in other communities much like this, anyways. Okay, and just my gratitude towards that type of action. It's not about the money, man. It's about the intention, and it'll get put to good use, right? I'm building things on my end too. I take this seriously in the sense that I want to provide good content and be relevant and be entertaining and give accurate information, not a bunch of fluff and hype. And I don't do that. I don't price predict. I don't take anybody down the wrong trail. And so I try to be very matter of fact. And so what a wonderful thing, man. Thank you so much, Dave. And thanks
It's so
everybody for
random.
participating.
I wish I could just like put other music as my intro, because I listen to a lot of good music, but YouTube restricts me all the time. Sorry, that's so random. I just was thinking about that.
Yeah.
Well, Gambling Savant, what else is interesting is that, it's like by giving that hat out there, to the guy that said that he had all these different people at his workplace that, would probably ask him about it. And then he could potentially talk to them about the project. It's like what you did by giving that hat away could have also directly helped the project. Like I was mentioning before with the whole community aspect of this, it's like that action right there could have helped your investment in a kind of a weird roundabout way.
It's true. That's
so
true.
Twisted way. Like we don't even know who he connected with. Like,
yeah, we're talking about full circle, paying it forward kind of thing. I mean, just little things like that. It's like the butterfly effect. Like it genuinely could get 3 to 5 to 10 more people to actually invest in the project. I mean, you don't know. And so, like it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
That's so much fun. He says, thank you, my brother. I always enjoy your content. He says this, he goes, Dave says, you made an effort to give me a hat that I said I would promote. And you were so kind to send me a hat. I could have easily bought it. Like I stated, I know he can buy a hat, right? It was the thought. And he said, but having it from you as a gift meant so much for me.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't go out of my way and put it all over Twitter and try to self-promote myself. That was not why I did it. It struck me the way he contacted me. He's a supporter of the project. He's a supporter of Gambling Savant. It was genuine. And I gave back absolutely immediately when I had a minute to digest the context of the direct message and after the giveaway. And this is what it's all about, man. It's giving and receiving. And it's about putting out product like Tyler, putting out product to, yes, you have to be successful in business. There's a bottom line.
Look at all the different people you meet, man. Look, I live in the middle of the Pacific. I talk to people from Australia, from the UK, from Canada, all over the US, from the Philippines. It's kind of amazing, man. All the different lives you touch, the people you get to talk to, the different cultures you can see, just by being in a space like this.
Yeah.
People should be excited about that, man. A lot of people is not able to converse with, a lot. Yeah, you got Facebook and stuff like that. But this is like a different level. Everybody's learning and growing as they get more invested into this space. Not just with CasinoCoin, you got the other communities too that they're all learning and growing as well.
Yeah.
So I don't like discriminate against anybody, because everybody has their own way of doing things. That's just how I think. I keep an open mind and take everybody's knowledge in and make it my own.
Yeah.
And everybody has a different style of how they traverse inside crypto.
Yeah. And my experience,
Dave,
been kind of the same thing. Like, it's just been like, I've been here for 2 months. Like, I just got a Twitter. The whole reason I got a Twitter originally was so that I could do crypto research, because like before that, I was just kind of watching YouTube videos and maybe like doing a little bit of research and stuff. But, you know, with Twitter, the rate of flow of information is so high that it's like, you know, you can get your information, like you follow the right people, you can get a great stream of information on your newsfeed. So that was my original intention with it. And just in the last 2 months, man, I've been able to meet and talk to, just like Crypto Beast was saying, all these people from all over the world. And you know, like if I was to talk about crypto to just random people off the street, like nobody would have any idea what I was talking about. They'd think
they look at me like, what?
We're able to tap into this kind of group of like-minded people, like we've been talking about. And man, it does something when it's like, maybe we're not crazy after all. Like we're seeing something, we're seeing the world change. It's like seeing the internet, the effect it's going to have on the world before the internet was really fully utilized. I really believe that that's what we're going through right now, is this big transition into the internet of value, or whatever you want to call it. But it's going to change the world, and like we're in on the ground floor, and you know, we're able to kind of talk about it in this kind of format with other like-minded people, and man, it's powerful. It just kind of helps to say that, you know, you're not alone. This is real. You know, like there might be some projects that you're invested in that are going to go to zero, just like a lot of the companies that were, you know, piggybacking off of the .com boom, and they didn't really have a business plan and they just collapsed after everyone else was doing it. But you know what I'm trying to say? It's like there are the projects that are going to be the bedrock of the future financial system and this and that. And man, it's like if you pick the right choices, it could change your entire life.
Well, think about this too. You all of us have stated the term power or powerful, right? Like you have money, which has always been very powerful in any country or aspect of business, or it's just power. Money is power in many ways. You have people. People are power, especially when formed in a certain type of community or for a certain cause. Okay. And then you have technology. Technology is very powerful. So what we're dealing with is energy and power, and in different forms. But when you bring them together, look at the force that you can create. And I think, you know, look at the force in the community that we've established just in the last 6 months with CasinoCoin, and we haven't even had the opportunity to use the token. I mean,
I know. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. I want to play.
We're in limbo with the project, even though we know what's taking place likely behind the scenes. But like, we're not even at a level of.
I hope some of you in the community is ready to lose some CasinoCoin to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can gamble with each other, man. It'd be so much fun.
You know what I'm saying? We're not even using the token yet. So like, just imagine when things are adopted in the sense that even if it's not full scale, using the CSC token is a massive landmark or a milestone. I mean, you know,
I agree with
all
that.
those people that's worried about price action is going to be quite drastic. It's going to go boom
for
in.
sure. But like,
look where we're at, people.
You look at
I love it.
Yeah, you look at the token right now. I mean, obviously being built on the XRPL, it's got the speed, it's got the, you know, you can send that CasinoCoin to somebody and boom, it's in their wallet. They got it. It works. It doesn't have issues, and it's rock solid. And so that should by itself bode a lot of confidence in the community that like it's functional, right? It works. There's no question about that. Like the tokenomics, like the you know, the background, the token works. And so now it's really a matter of getting those partnerships and getting, you know, integrated with casinos. And I think they're very well positioned to do that. But beyond that, I wanted to say real quick, you know, the tip bot, that Forex cadet or Flying Fox, he developed that. He's still kind of working on, he's adding more and more, you know, XRP trust line currencies to, you know, the functionality of it. But, you know, that's another example of a community member who was like, I'm invested in this project. I want to do my part and use the skill set that I have in order to like build something that helps, you know, like increase the volume of transactions happening. And then people on Twitter, it's like they see that you know, it's like get at Gambling Savant plus 1,000 hashtag tip with CSC, and people are like, what in the world is that?
Right.
Oh yeah,
And
just
it's
tip
like, are they
people off
actually
the.
spending money to each other through Twitter? And and it's like, yeah, we are. And here's how it works. Check this out. And then that could be another way that people could get exposed to the project and understand that, like, wow, like that's cool. Ethereum can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? It's really exciting. And it's another example of just a community member who went out and did his part. And it's so cool to me to see that.
So much is
I couldn't
being
agree
done.
more, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, so Tyler, I don't know if Dave's going to be jumping on here any minute or in 10, 15 minutes. Let's jump into the business side of things with Boonerings.com.
I'm sorry, but before we go, I got to dip out for a little bit. I got to make
go ahead.
breakfast for the fam
Yeah.
bam.
We'll be here for another hour or so probably, and then
I'm
we'll
gonna
have
jump
everybody.
back on, probably listen in and stuff.
Sure.
But thank
Sounds
you
good,
for
bro.
having me, man. This is
Take
so
care,
much
man.
fun.
We'll see you, Crypto Beast.
Hopefully be
Good talk,
on
man.
top Code Words one too.
Yeah. Thank you for joining.
All right. We'll see you there.
Aloha,
Great to see you.
everybody. See you guys later.
So currently, is there anything that you want to showcase on the stream? Do you want to just direct people to Boonerings.com as well? You got a pretty large array of product. I mean, ranging from crypto to necklaces, pendants, rings, so on and so forth. So what I really want to voice to everybody, you being a supporter, investor, activist in the community of CasinoCoin, I would say more so than any other, with a CasinoCoin token being your first piece of production on the crypto side, which is awesome.
Right.
And that caught fire like immediately. Okay.
It caught me off guard. It really did.
It's amazing product. I can truly say this. I own a piece. It's made from fantastic material using titanium in large part for these pieces. I know you can get into the meteorite. I know at what level, we don't know exactly what stage of the game you're going to go with that.
Yeah, I've got some ideas I could share.
Okay, yeah. So let's get into that. I want to, vocalize my support for Boonerings. Being an affiliate was an immediate attraction to me for you, for your company, for your idea, for your vision. Sky is truly the limit with what you're dealing with your product line, with these different projects. There are a lot of communities. We're not the only community, being CasinoCoin. So you can tap into so many different facets of product and exposure to people.
Yeah.
Right. And so why don't you give us what you got today? Show us kind of your product and maybe some insight on your vision for your company, for your section or sector of Boonerings.com.
For sure. And if you wanted to go ahead, you could drop your affiliate link in the comments, and that way people can click on it if they want to look at it or whatever. I don't know if you have it offhand, but just
let me see if I can do that.
Okay, yeah, cool. But yeah, so essentially, we do all kinds of stuff. Like it kind of started out with titanium rings, and then, like I said before, with the bike stuff. I don't know if that was the part where it cut out, like we weren't actually live yet, and I was talking about that, but I can kind of talk a little bit about the kind of where we came from. So back in the day, it was like in the 80s, my dad was making bike parts, and actually here he is there. So that's my dad.
Hey.
So he made bike parts back in the day, and they primarily were made out of titanium. Making cogs and chain rings and various things like that. And they were going to these bike shows and absolutely selling out. They had some of the lightest cog sets in the world at the time, and they had cranks and all kinds of really cool stuff that really nobody else did. And the stuff looked really cool. And so that worked really well for a long time. And then he had this idea that he could, take some of the scrap metal that he had left over from some of the bike parts he made and turn some of that scrap into rings. And so he would take rings to the bike shows that he would go to. And no matter how many rings he made and brought to the show, he would sell out every single time. He would sell them for $15, $20 or so. And, it didn't matter. He would always sell out. And then he had a buddy of his come out and say that, hey, it would make like you would sell, 5 times as many things if you just actually like raised your prices on the rings and sold them for, more like $100 instead of 20, because people find value in jewelry. Right. So he was like, I don't believe you, but whatever, I'll do it. Why not? And so he did. And it, sure enough, it really worked, and so and this was kind of back in the early days of the internet, the early 90s at this point. And so he put up a website, very just kind of like crude website, having like the different, very, very limited selection of rings. And it was really cool because, there weren't that many people at the time that had their own website for their business. And so, having the power of the internet, being able to get out there and kind of showcase the product was a huge deal. And so he started to make a lot of sales with the rings. And then after that, he got into other, types of rings, hardwood inlays, and got into meteorite. And meteorite's a big seller now. We've got an actual piece of meteorite over here. I don't know if you can see it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big chunk.
I'd love to get a piece made at some point here in the near future.
Yeah.
And the thing about a ring, like, it's one of those types of pieces of jewelry that just is so personal, and you can look down at it and it's on your person. Necklaces and pendants are very close second, but you have that wrapped around your finger. It becomes part of you. It's right. A symbol of individualism, or it's a an accessory.
And what's cool about it too is that a lot of the stuff we do are wedding bands. So we have stone setting rings, but we also have like the meteorite with carbon fiber, like wedding bands that for men, and it's definitely not traditional. It's like typically it's just a simple like gold band or whatever, but it's like we have titanium and meteorite and carbon fiber all in one, and it's like that's for a man right there. Like that's really exciting and cool and different, and it looks really cool. It'll catch your eye, and it's like, what in the world is that? It's like, oh, this is a 5 billion-year-old rock from outer space. No big deal,
Right.
And it's
right.
truly people really love that. Like I said before, meteorite's one of our biggest sellers, and people really enjoy it. And so we're trying to come up with different things we can use it for. Like, I don't know how many people, like, again, to the audience, like my, like at tboon8 right there on the Zoom thing, that is my handle on Twitter if you wanted to follow and check out some of the stuff. I posted like a week or so ago about a CasinoCoin keychain that was made out of actual meteorite. And someone bought it in CasinoCoin, which is really cool. But
awesome.
It's like, it turned out that was a little bit too big. Like, we did the math, figured out it's like, okay, we could make like, 15 rings out of that. So it's probably not good to be selling that for whatever we sold it for. So, but, if we did, like, this is an example here. I don't know how well you could probably see it on the camera, but that is just the spade by itself, the little spade cut out from inside and that's made out of meteorite. So you can kind of see.
I love that pattern.
Striations on there. Yeah. So
yeah, that is cool.
That's from the crystalline pattern that it forms when it just cools very slowly over time through space over billions of years. So it's definitely unlike anything that you can find on Earth. It's made out of the same kind of elements. It's mainly iron, and what else is in it?
Nickel.
Yeah, iron.
It's like stainless steel.
It's like stainless steel apparently, but
okay.
The patterns on it make it very unique, and so that's how you can tell that it's authentic. And this rock right here, it fell in Namibia, Africa, in prehistoric times. And right now you can't even import it into the United States anymore. So whatever is here is already is here, and that's it. So it's very limited supply of it. And so anyway, it's really cool. But going off of that, like when we started doing the crypto stuff, at first it was kind of like I made it for me to kind of show people. And if they asked about CasinoCoin, just kind of like the hat you're wearing, it's like, well, they're like, what is CasinoCoin? It's like, oh, okay, I'm glad you asked. Here is what it is. Kind of the same thing with the keychain. But then, Crypto Beast, a few other people were like, hey, like, I love that. I want one. And then that's kind of what started this whole thing. So
wow. That's incredible, man. And yeah, I was a supporter of your vision of your product, of the business, just immediately. Having been self-employed for many years, and I know the battle, the excitement. There's so many elements to going out on your own, and in your case, producing a product, which is unlike lots of businesses. I mean, you can sell product, you can be a wholesaler of sorts and be involved with product, but when you're actually producing it with your own shop, with your own equipment, finishing these pieces by hand, that is where the craftsmanship, and you want to work with the best materials because you're working with it with your hands. You don't want to just sell any,
just sell some cheap stuff. But I completely agree with that. And the cool thing about this whole crypto venture that we're doing right now is that this is a completely new product line, a completely new segment of the industry that we're kind of diving into. And it's like something that a lot of people find valuable. And it's something that can really improve our business, get a lot more eyeballs on the business, because because sometimes on Twitter, I'll post about some of the other stuff we do that's not even crypto related, like the meteorite rings or the superconductor rings or some of the other stuff. And it's interesting because it's like, I'll get people like mass adoption and some of the others that are like, how much is that? I want it. And it's like, okay, like, here's the link if you're interested. But, and I'm not trying to just oversell people. I just want people to know what else we can do so that it's in the back of their mind. They have moon money. It's like, what do I spend it on? Well, here's an idea. We can do this. We can also do this. And, so that's kind of the idea here. But I saw David and Codeword just joined on. I wanted to make a quick segue because, there was this new product. Codeword had the idea for it. So I wanted to kind of give him the shout out. So it's an XRP keychain. Okay. And he was like, what if we did like the XRP thing with the Phoenix, around it. So here is the concept. I don't know how well it shows up in the camera, but I do have it on the site.
It's showing up well. It's a beauty. Yes.
So you can probably see a little bit better. But yeah, so it's the Phoenix wrapped around. And then, so that's one version. And then the other version is kind of a new technique. You have the bird as well as the background, and they're anodized different colors. So
the contrast is really cool.
Yeah. So I hadn't done that before. And then we realized like we could do that for any of the other keychains, the flare one, a lot of the others. You could offset and laser weld this in and anodize it a different color. So I'm going to update the site at some point soon to kind of add all those features. But we're going to be doing a giveaway on this live stream for this one. I mean, not this one in particular, but this type, the cutout one.
Yes, we are.
We can anodize it any color, whatever. And then in Codeword's live stream coming up at 2 p.m., we're going to be we're going to be holding an auction for both of these. And both of these are the first ones that I made. So these ones, exactly how they are, we're going to ship them in the mail. And the proceeds for that are going to go towards the big CasinoCoin giveaway that we're going to be doing for marketing.
Beautiful.
So,
well, let's introduce two members who just joined us. We've got Codeword, who longtime supporter and a invaluable individual in the CasinoCoin Nation community. He's helped out many dozens and dozens of people through the swap process, through information on the XRPL, so on and so forth. And now we have David Cohen, who is the owner, operator of ArcPlate. So we're going to get into ArcPlate. Let's get into the collaboration and the relationship that Tyler and David are building currently, and the future, how the future may look with individuals such as David, who have put out these products and this opening these products to the whole world of crypto. I mean, I love my Boonerings piece. I just do. It's something that's personal. I chose it myself. It's hard to even put into words what something like that can do. It's whether it's a keychain, a pendant, or you get into the personal side of when you look at a ring. Like, for example, my wife's birthday was a couple days ago, and we have a rock and gem show going on currently this whole weekend where I live in Colorado. And I love all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking at these stones. They're just raw stones. Okay. And your mind takes you to places where, what can you do with it? What can you turn it into? a necklace, a bracelet, a ring? Do you just want to set it up on a shelf or add to your collection? So like it's fascinating to me. And when I look at your selection of rings, I could pick all of them, but there's going to be that day where I click the buy button because I can't not take that piece home. Right. So, and I'm waiting for that day. I do look at your website. I do look at your selection actively on a regular basis. And that day is going to come. I'm one that I want to make the correct purchase, not even on the financial side. I want it to be part of me. And I want to have that ongoing connection with that piece of jewelry, which I think is part of the fun. So let's
cool.
Code Ward and David, if you guys want to say hi real quick, and then we'll jump into Tyler and David's connection with not only the product, but also what the future looks like and what they want to accomplish.
Go for it, Cobra.
All right. Hey, everybody. A lot of you probably already know me. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Like, this is awesome to see this many people coming out and like getting involved. And as Gambling Savant said, like, you know what? It's great to see people getting involved in more than one aspect. Like we got, you know, we have a few YouTubers bringing out information. I try to do informational bits myself. We got T-Boone here doing up his keychains and things like that. And then now we've got Dave joining the stream. And Dave here is the CEO, I believe, of ArcPlate. So from there, I'm just going to actually let Dave take over here.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a fun day. Yeah, this is great. It's nice to actually have some friendly faces sitting around here.
Right.
Yeah. And so, Dave, let's touch on your product real quick. We'll highlight your product, and then we'll talk about how Tyler and yourself are going to integrate with each other and what the future may look like. So ArcPlate, just to be very general right now, and you can go into more detail, we have a piece of security, more or less. It's waterproof, it's fireproof, it's hack-proof, it's permanent. So it's a backup for a digital asset storage wallet, which encompasses recovery phrases, seed words, digital asset recovery keys. Okay. It's an integral part of any investor, crypto investor, that is, you can't live without it, essentially. It's of the utmost of importance to protect your assets. And here are some line items that you can refer back to on arcplate.com that I think is just fascinating. And while it's to be expected from this type of product, when you see it listed out like this, it really takes you mentally in the proper direction as to securing your assets. So the ArcPlate can be hidden in the palm of your hand, left in a safe deposit box, or buried underground if you chose to take that route. Okay. ArcPlate can be left to family in a will. ArcPlate can help ensure that you have physical security in a digital world. You are your own Swiss bank vault, essentially. Okay. So if you can elaborate on that, Dave, I hope I kind of hit all of the key points to your product and just how substantial this is to securing your funds and your assets.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, ArcPlate really, and I've made a post on Twitter before, this was never a business idea. It was never supposed to be the thing that makes me my million. You know what I mean? It was always about where I started in crypto. I started on January 5th, 2020. So I'm still fairly new even to the crypto world. I was messing around with Stellar back in 2019, but beyond that, 2020 is where I really got serious, and I saw the potential and decided to not only get myself invested, but my family members. And since I'm the only guy in the family who deals with any form of crypto or really advanced technology kind of in any way, people, family, friends started to kind of lean on me to educate them, to get them invested, to help them out. And I started to, for no charge, manage their accounts. I would set up their accounts with their banking information. They would deposit, they would actually put all the funds in, and basically I'm the guy who gets to log in and hit buy. And so really this all started with trying to keep my family's funds safe. That really was it. And so I wanted to make sure things were safe. I started out writing them down on paper and putting them in little pill bottles. And then I went and bought one of those aluminum pill bottles that you could, with the O-ring and bury it underground. And, like I got to keep this safe. And I started out dealing with 5-digit accounts, everybody's kind of funds combined. And those accounts hit 6 digits. And I said, I need to get serious. This is a lot of money for family and friends, and I need to ensure that it really is safe. So I looked at competitors in the industry. They weren't competitors at the time, but what can I buy to make sure that everybody's stuff is safe? And realistically, the best option on the market up until ArcPlate was the crypto tag Zeus. It's titanium plate the size of a passport. It's basically the same thing as ArcPlate, except they cost $145 US. And going and asking 10, 15 family and friends, here, go spend, in my case, it's about $200 Canadian. For me to keep your stuff safe, you need to go drop $200 Canadian on this hunk of metal. And so I started out thinking, okay, maybe I could make one. So I went and bought some raw aluminum and shaped it and got some letter punches and started hammering them in. And then eventually I used a laser engraver to get everybody's information laser engraved onto like cheap plate aluminum. Not good enough.
Excellent.
It melts in fire. So that's really where ArcPlate started. And when I eventually realized that I could do a better job than what currently exists on the market, that's when I really started to get into it and started to go into manufacturing prototypes. I work with China. They're excellent to work with. The company in particular has amazing quality. And unfortunately, like Tyler over there, I don't have access to the nice fancy machines. So there was no way for me to really, $1 million laser engravers and cutters I don't have, and I won't be able to get. So China is what I'm dealing with right now. I'd really like to bring it to Canada at some point, but that's down the road. So anyway, moved on, different designs, some smaller designs with some different features, horizontal layouts, started trying to experiment and figure out what works. And they weren't very user-friendly. Moved on to other forms of designs, smaller plates like this, and my crowning jewel right there, the one the size of your thumb, it's tiny. So this world's smallest 12-word cold wallet right there. So that's really cool. And then we move on to the final product, which is the ArcPlate as you guys see it on the website there. I wanted to make sure it was easy to use and compact, durable, 316 stainless steel, 3 millimeters thick, which is just over 1/8 of an inch thick for you guys. The biggest thing is cost. And of course, dealing with China, as you know, I don't necessarily like supporting China. I would want to support local. But the biggest thing is that people can't afford to spend more on cold storage than what they actually have invested in crypto. And a lot of people don't have the ability or have had the fortunate luck to be able to have a 6-figure account to manage. And so $30 Canadian, 24, 25 US. It is the least expensive option on the market. 316 is extremely durable metal. Titanium has a slightly higher melting temperature. It's just around 1400 degrees Celsius, give or take. And then stainless steel is 1371 degrees Celsius. To give you an idea, the average house fire reaches a maximum of 1100 degrees Celsius. So it will never melt. It will never warp. You'd have to subject it to quite a bit of abuse to get it to tarnish or rust. Unless you're leaving it stored for a year in a saltwater solution, it's going to be okay. So yeah, exactly. So unless you're really trying to destroy it, it's going to be sticking around. And of course, ease of use. I wanted to make sure that it was universal for pretty much every wallet out there. So I designed it to be very, very simple. At the top of the instructions, I don't know if it's, I guess it's backwards right now, but you just take your BIP word, convert it into its numbers, and then you punch it into the numbers.
We can see it clearly.
Sweet,
that's awesome.
And simple, easy to use. And inside the package, you get your ArcPlate, you get your instructions and the conversion book. You get a center punch and an ultrafine Sharpie marker. And all you do is once you've converted your words into their numbers, you just go through, take your Sharpie marker. In this case, this is number 1529.
Yep.
Wow. Excellent. Okay.
And then you just take your center punch and hit where you have marked with your Sharpie. And number 1529 equals the word sample. So that is the word sample. When you need to recover because you dropped your phone in the toilet, you pull this out, convert your numbers back to words, type those words into your new phone, and you're recovered. Sweet and simple.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Palm of your
I
hand.
get that now. Okay. I was wondering how exactly that worked.
Yep. And so the
And you guys-
words.
Go ahead, Dave. Real quick, I just want to say, both of you having these prototypes and the process of getting your product to full scale and to be offered to the public is really reflective of the situation we're in with CasinoCoin. I mean, the ground up aspect, everybody's putting in the blood, sweat, and tears of their knowledge, their learning, their producing and communicating. There's all of these aspects taking place all at once. And look where we're at here. We have CSC Nation in the chat supporting not only the live stream, but supporting our investment, our product, our project. We have Dave here with ArcPlate. We have Tyler with Boonerings.com, and Dave and Tyler are collaborating and working together. So it's like this full circle effect. Everything seems to be moving 100% in the right direction. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of great product, and we have a lot of security, and we have a fantastic investment. So Dave, carry on. I just wanted to fill in there and really give some insight as to where we stand and some ways to connect the dots here. Okay.
Well, that's great. Appreciate it. I mean, things like collaborating with Boonerings over there is really great because you can see the quality of their products. Like right away, you take a look at those pictures on the website and you're already pulling out your credit card. Like it's, I mean, that's it. It's honestly those rings. It's like,
yes.
if I wasn't dealing with getting the business going here, you know, I'd owed one already, but getting those giveaways, I did collaborate here on the first little keychain project. And I thought it was just kind of cool. I want to do, when I launched the company, I did a 2-unit giveaway in the first week just to get going. And I put it out on Twitter. You know, I want to do giveaways. I want to try and give back. These are cool. And again, you know, a lot of people, 25 US is still a lot of money to some people. So at least give them the chance to win it. So doing weekly giveaway. And I thought, man, I want to get these cool products and this company out there with me, you know, grow side by side. And I thought, okay, I can pull part of my design, fired it off over email to them, and can you guys cut it out right in titanium, nice little 1/2 by 2-inch keychain that uses the actual design of, again, ArcPlate, the 4 rows of 10 dots and the little surround of the number is the actual design. And I chose that so that there's no branding on it. So anybody who does win it, it's not like you're carrying around an ArcPlate logo in your pocket. So nobody really knows you own an ArcPlate, but it's still cool. It works with the project and the product itself to give you something really cool. Dealing with the awesome anodizing, the colors there, they're just absolutely beautiful and have had a lot of great response. So being able to see him move along and grow at the same time and offer, you know, it's the way I'm going to be running this giveaway is the last giveaway of each month. There's one every week, and the last of each month, they're also going to get one of these keychains, limited 12 edition of that color. That's all I'll get him to make of that. And then later on, we'll probably talk about issuing different colors and making that particular transitional dye job limited. You can't produce it. It was only for those 12 of my particular keychain. Of course, your own products do what you want, but you know, just something cool to give someone, you know, something to look forward to, a little bit of memento for the first year of operating. And, you know, like the products you guys are making are just amazing. Like I said, you get all the fun toys. You got the laser engravers and cutters. It's like, man, that'd be a field day just drooling going around.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
oh, it's just insane.
Yeah, like we've had this laser on the floor for a while now, and you know, we use it for different things, you know, like making, like we have, I mean, we do some weird, crazy stuff with it sometimes, but it's like, you know, what can we use the equipment for that's on the floor already? It's like, you know, for like my thinking was, you know, I'm passionate about crypto. I'm kind of getting into this community right now. I have this equipment on the floor. Can I make something that these people would appreciate? And, you know, from what we've heard today, I think the answer is yes. And that's just really exciting. You know, it's really, really cool to be able to do something like that and to be able to, I mean, innovate on the fly, just come up with a design. I mean, like when CodeWord sent me that thing, it's like we were able to just get it right up there and, you know, cut it out and prototype it out same day and make it. And, you know, and so it's really cool just having the ability to do that. And I know like not everybody has the opportunity to, so it's kind of like we need to leverage it as much as possible and just kind of like really take this all the way it could possibly go, and you know, make as many different awesome products as possible and just kind of make something for everybody, you know.
Well, those machines really, they're not cheap either. I mean,
Right.
every minute they're powered off, you're not making money on them. So that's the problem. If you've got these, you know, keep a community happy, offer them cool merch and cool configurations, you got your machine running as much as possible to make sure your dollar cost average on that unit goes down as you're able to produce. I mean, you guys unfortunately probably aren't selling $500 rings every 10 minutes, but you know,
Right.
these fill that
Yeah.
gap. You're probably going to sell, you know, 15 of little keychains at 30 to 50 bucks versus the
Yeah.
one ring. So it's a
Right.
really great supplemental income to keep that machine going.
I completely agree. And like I said before, you know, this is a product that did not exist 2 months ago. So it's like completely a new stream of income. And it's also getting more eyeballs on the business as well. And they're seeing, oh, they don't only do this, they do this and this and this. And so, yeah, like I think it will snowball. And then also, you know, being able to do these partnerships like with Gambling Savant, with Codeword, and also with ArcPlate as well. And then with Flare Community, and then the DeFi standard, and then with Flare Networks itself. I mean, that all happened like very quickly, like way faster than I ever anticipated. And so I think that kind of as time goes on, these partnerships start flourishing. You start to see individual products that are meant just for those audiences, then that's going to snowball. You know, we're going to get more credibility. We're going to get more, you know, people that, you know, will get their product in the mail. They're going to post about it on Twitter. Their friends are going to see it that have no idea what that is, and they want to know where to get it. And I just think it's going to really kind of expand out like that. And with the rate of information flow on Twitter, there's really nothing like it. And I kind of am kicking myself for not getting on it sooner. But, you know, here we are, and we're just getting started. And I'm really excited. So,
yeah. Hey, let's real quick, let's get Codeword on here and get some insight and perspective on the part that you played in the creation of, I believe, the latest keychain. With Tyler and also Dave, and just kind of what you see and their efforts and the future with these types of relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I was just gonna pop in and say, because like my stream's gonna be starting here shortly as well. So yeah, first and foremost, like Tyler, Dave, like the work you guys are doing is like phenomenal. Like I don't even know. I need to brush up on my vocabulary. Like I've got pretty good vocabulary, but I need to learn some more words. But no, so like I was sitting there and I was just talking with Tyler about basically the keychains and whatnot, and I was like, he was basically discussing about like new ideas and so forth, and I was like, you know what, like the XRP community is huge, and we're always talking about like, you know, the XRP being the phoenix rising from the ashes, and you know, and it kind of gave me that idea. So I just hopped up and I'm looking up like, you know, Phoenix stencils and so forth. And I'm like, you know what, this could be really cool. And so I shot the idea over to Tyler. He's like, dude, that's boss. And so
and like 30 minutes later, keychain. It's like, yeah. What do you think? You're like, what?
Oh, dude, my mind I was blown away. I was like, that is beyond, like, so far beyond any expectation that I had. It was like, dude, my hat off to you. I'm not wearing a hat, but yeah, no, that, like, so cool, dude. And what Dave is doing with ArcPlate is phenomenal. I need to hop on there and order some myself.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, like, kudos due where due, man. Like, or kudos give him where due. Like, it's
awesome. About making sure people can keep their stuff safe, man. It's made another post, and you know, it's, what was it? You don't think about security at 4 digits. You start to think about security at 5 digits. You want security at 6 digits, and you need security at 7 digits. And the problem is that people don't think about it until they get there, and you're gambling with the security of your assets up until you decide to deal with it. That's really what it is. You can't trust paper. You can't trust a computer. You drop your phone in the toilet. There's so many things that can go wrong, and this is physical security. That's what it is.
Part of your brand can be focused on proactive, you know, like being prepared for that before you need it, and kind of spreading awareness of like, hey, you should probably have a plan here. You should probably not have it written on a piece of paper that you're going to lose somewhere. You don't even probably know where it is right now. Is it in your safe? Is it in your, I mean, where is it? Like, do you know?
They get thrown out in bundles of other paper, and at least this, I mean, yeah, you can still lose this. It can still be destroyed. If you really want to destroy it, you can. Yeah. But it's a lot harder to destroy or accidentally throw away or accidentally lose than a scrap of paper or an SD card or a USB stick.
Right.
I can vouch for that completely right now, because one of my Zum wallets, when I was in the middle of moving a few months back, I seen a piece of paper, had a bunch of numbers on it, couldn't remember what it was for, threw it out.
Ooh, and now you're like, wait, how do I get in my account?
Some right there, and that's it. You know exactly what it is. Like the Sum wallet ID even came to me having to back up for the flare drop, and it's not okay. I need to back up my Sum. It's I need to keep my keys safe for a 3-year period while they distribute the flare tokens. So that's really it. Like, so I talked to Wietse, managed to get him to let me to do this. I've got a full partnership with Sum Wallet and XRPL Labs, and this is literally the only cold wallet for the Sum Wallet on the planet. It's the only one. So just kind of cool to be able to offer that because I needed it.
Yeah, right. The only thing close to a cold wallet for Zum besides ArcPlate right now is the Tangent cards, but even they have their, like, you know, they're more of an intermediary. They're like a warm wallet. Not a cold wallet, not a hot wallet, but like, you know, some kind of in between. But like,
I want to interject. Go ahead. Go ahead, Code Word. There's a little lag there. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, I don't mean to interject here as well. Like, I've got to hop off myself and get prepped for my stream there at 2:00. So just want to say I don't want to detract from yours at all, but if anybody here is wanting to continue on, we have a special guest coming on my stream at 2 there. We're doing the auction for those 2 keychains, and if it's cool with you, I'll drop the link in the chat there.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. And so yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. Guys, keep up the amazing work out there. Like, top notch to you guys, the community, the team. Like, the future's bright and fortune favors the bold, guys.
Thank you so much for taking your time, Code Word, and we'll send everybody over to your stream here shortly, okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right, take care. And what I'd like to say, everybody that watches this in the future or who's live here, you're getting a firsthand representation of these individuals, okay? I immediately, speaking with Tyler, talked about his character, his personality. He's well-spoken. He's knowledgeable. And we have Dave. I just met Dave like yesterday, started talking with Dave, and it's the same thing. It's the same feel, the same energy, the same vibe. You can't fake that. You can't, you either have it or you don't. And we're dealing with professionals. We're dealing with people who believe in their product, who can stand behind their product. Their communication is second to none. The materials and the concepts and the product that they are offering to the crypto space is second to none. And as far as customer service, Tyler sent me out. He created and sent out my CasinoCoin token effective immediately. I got shipping confirmation from Dave this morning. I placed my order yesterday for his product. I get shipping confirmation this morning. Yeah, it's customer service. It's quality of materials. It's quality of product and vision on where things are going. That you can really, it's very transparent. You can see it blossoming in front of your eyes. I've gotten to know Tyler really well over the last month or two. And now meeting Dave, you guys are both incredible people. I love both of the way your minds think, your professionalism, your character, and your business. So I really mean that wholeheartedly. And it's such a joy and a pleasure to have you guys on the live stream. We are going to be doing a giveaway for Boonerings.com, their product. We have a keychain to give away. And we also have a product from Dave, ArcPlate.com. And I think it might be time. We've got about 15 minutes till Code Ward's live stream starts. I really don't want to infringe on that. I want to be respectful of his audience as well. So we will end our live stream here in about 15, 20 minutes. We carry over a little bit. That's fine. I do want to participate on Code Ward's live stream as well to attend that, okay, and participate. So
Perfect.
let's see how many individuals we have in the chat. This might be great for odds sakes here for individuals in the chat that might win a prize. Okay, we're not looking at 1 in 1,000. We're looking at maybe a much lower percentage than that. So everybody in the chat, give a Gambling Savant's lucky number with the cash giveaways we've done in the past has always been 777. So we did that in lots of videos prior to this to, that was just kind of like the lucky number of the day. So in the chat, put out 777. If you want to participate in the drawing, we'll pick a number essentially to see who the winner is for each product. And best of luck to everybody. So we'll give you a few minutes to put that in the chat. And if we'll see what the turnout's like. Okay. We can always do something over Twitter.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, either way, but yeah, I also wanted to say, when I ordered my ARC plate off the website, I got the shipping confirmation within, I think it was like an hour and a half. So
I mean, honestly, most of the time it's like I'm sitting at the computer, I'm doing my other work, and I'll just get the buzz on my phone, and it's literally it's 3 minutes. It's the time it takes for me to pack one of the bags. It's like shipping notification, throw it in the milk crate, ready to walk off to the post office. Like it's one man start to finish.
How it's done, man. That's really awesome. And so I'm really excited to get it. And of course, when I do get it, I'll be posting all about it. So
I'm sure you're going to love it. And you guys being metal workers, of course, you're going to be able to, I mean, I'm sure it's not as nice as USA made, but I'm sure you're going to be happy with it in general. Honestly, like even the precision of the laser engraving there, and this isn't even the smallest work that I had done, but some of these other ones, they're like the letters are literally letters and numbers, laser engraved, 1/4 of a millimeter deep, are 1 millimeter tall, and they are perfectly clear and legible.
Yeah,
I was blown away when I got my first prototypes. So
we've had a little bit of experience working with China, and yeah, it really does matter the manufacturer you pick over there. Obviously, it's like a lot of it is just absolute garbage, but there are some manufacturers that have very high quality production and like can really do a great job. So yeah, it's we try to make pretty much everything on our store right now we make in-house here in the shop, but we did have a product we called tool fob, where it was a keychain, it was like a multi-tool thing, but it was made out of titanium and stainless steel. It was very small, very compact.
It's like your dad's maybe going to grab one there.
I think he might be, yeah. So
well, it's honestly amazing what they can do over there. I'm just blown away.
Yeah, and so I think there it is right there. So it's here it is, but it's very small, and so we had.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's got all kinds of. It's got pliers on it. It's got a fire starter.
Wow, that is really sweet.
Like tweezers, and the tweezers actually work. Like I genuinely pulled out a metal splinter, which are so tiny you can't even see them. I pulled it out with this very high precision.
Are you guys still selling those?
We have like 20 of them left. I'm thinking of putting them on the site. And after we sell out of these, I don't really know if we're going to buy another batch or not. It's really expensive.
Depending on the viewership on the video, you might sell out of all 20 of them right now.
That's very possible. I'll post about it on Twitter. And
that's really cool.
But yeah, I have one and I use it all the time. And genuinely, like it's really a cool product. It's lightweight. You don't really notice it in your pocket. It's the size of a key fob, so that's why we call it a tool fob. But
interchange tools there. You have a 120 decibel whistle.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's just a machine.
Is that to get for dogs, possibly?
Well, it's meant to be kind of like when you're like lost
or like if you're in trouble.
Yeah, or in trouble or something.
As far as like the decibels go, I didn't know. I know there's certain decibels that only dogs can hear. I don't know if it was like a deterrent.
Oh, like decibel is like the volume, not the pitch. So.
Oh, not okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
So it's just super, super loud. It'll if you blow it as hard as you can, it'll really hurt your lung.
Is it just like a milled tube? Just a tube
Literally
that you like blow across?
Yeah,
I use 357 and 38 special rifle brass or pistol brass and just blow across it like a panpipe. Same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean and it's super small. So it's like, I think one of the smallest, loudest whistles in the world, believe it or not. It's just a machine piece we did on the lathe over here. So it's like pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
And you could even, we had these smaller fire starters that you could fit inside of the whistle, so you could hold both of them at the same time.
Oh, that's cool.
Or you could put any of these, like, you know, tools.
Oh yeah, bit drivers, cool.
They fit in there, so you could like plug it into the hex on the top and use it as a screwdriver. Whatever.
Yep.
There's a lot of different things you can do with it, but we weren't marketing these things super effectively. I mean, we sold like a whole batch of them, but like, I don't know, we kind of haven't really focused on it recently because we've been doing all kinds of stuff. It's hard to do everything, but yeah, we've got 20 of them, so I might list it and just try to get rid of them.
Yeah.
So
That's it. What
Yeah.
do
So
you
guys, we've got the names here. I think there's enough names to definitely move forward with the drawing here in the chat.
excellent.
I think it'll be more fun for everybody. You know, not only did they come out to support the live stream, they are here for the giveaway. And that's what we had announced prior to the stream. So I think that's only fair. And
oh yeah,
we've got just a couple more minutes. We'll give it till like 11:55. So 3 minutes to put up 777 in the chat. And I haven't done a screen share on the Zoom live stream here. So I'm going to hit that button at some point, and I hope that it is successful as far as bringing up the comment picker wheel spinner here with the names.
Before we do that, what have you got, Tyler? Have you got what you're giving away with you right now to show off before we flip the screens?
I do. Yeah. I showed them earlier.
Perfect. There we go. I was going to say show them again there. And
yeah, so that's kind of, I don't know. Actually, hang on. I got a black mouse pad. I might kind of help you see it better. So
yeah, that's great.
Beauty.
There it is.
Yes.
And
that
so
is
it's
so
going to
cool.
be this one. And it's not going to be this exact one in particular. I mean, it'll be the same design. I'll make it right, you know, after this. And, but whoever wins it, you know, they can DM me, send me like their shipping information, all that kind of stuff. And then tell me what color you want. Because we could do solid colors, or we could do fades. We could do rainbow fade. We could do green to purple, whatever you want. Just let me know and I'll take a picture of it, put it up. And, you know, so.
Yeah. And then Tyler, I'll take care of you. You can send me the amount once you figure out shipping and that. Okay.
Appreciate that, man.
I'll get you paid. So let's see here. Here we go. We've got another participant. So we'll give everybody a few more minutes, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
This is what I'm giving away. Whoever wins mine is going to get an arc plate vault and an arc plate sum, along with the marker and punch and instructions. Obviously new without all my scribble on it, but
yeah,
that's what you're going to be getting.
Beautiful.
So the vault one, what exactly was the difference between the two? Like, I know obviously the sum one was for the sum wallet, but the vault one is that.
So the vault is a universal model. It is meant for whether it's a 12-word or 24-word wallet, whether you have Atomic, Trust, Ledger, Trezor, Bread wallet, it doesn't matter what you've got, it will work on the vault. Cool. Like there is a completed one for anybody looking to see what they look like completed. Just using the center punch there. Pretty straightforward. This case, it's a 12-word wallet, all examples, so don't bother typing it in. It's a fake one. And then the back. So if it was a ledger with 24 words, you hit all 12 into there, and then the second grouping of 12 into the back. And even on the back, again, it's, oh yeah, it is right there. So you can see barely right along the top, there is 12, one by 24 and 2 by 12, whether it's a single 24 or whether it's two separate 12-word wallets. Front and back sides to name whether it's BIP 39, the legend along the top here. So you can number your wallets. Wallet number 1 in your arc plate is your ledger. Wallet number 2 is your Trezor. Wallet number 3 is your Atomic. You can keep track of your plates in your safe deposit box by just having a little post-it note. So yeah.
Very, very cool.
Excellent. So right now I have mass adoption. I've got Tony Evans. I've got Big Ted, the Megalodon. I've got JT. I've got Prefer Anonymous. I've got Amiras Samir. I've got Richard Ackley. I've got Corey Rico, Michael Otto, Akaisha Saisai. I've got C Buck, and I've got Husalot 402. If anybody's out there that wants to participate in the drawing that has not commented 777, please do that. We're going to perform the first giveaway here in just a second. Okay. Thank you, everybody. so very much for attending the live stream, for participating. That's all we can ask for in any individual's life, and you know, travels throughout any given day, is to participate, to enjoy yourselves. And it's such a great community, and I truly appreciate everybody coming out. And Dave and Tyler, of course, needless to say, thank you. You're both amazing gentlemen. I love your product. I love your companies, and I love your friendship. You guys are
like, seriously though, like, that thing is beautiful. Like, come on.
It really is.
It's beautiful.
Awesome. So, hey, guys, and I appreciate everybody so much. So this has been a great day. We do have a couple more participants, so I'll get them entered in this. The last thing I want to do is have the stream somehow go south on me. If I try to do a screen share, I may just gamble in that aspect and go for it, because I'd like everybody to see the drawing take place. It is legitimate. It is on commentpicker.com. The last giveaway I did for the hat was the pie chart graph like that. So it's the same way.
Yep.
And we've got several more that are coming in here. So, hey, David S., Crypto Keeper, Forex Yoga, Andre Caritas, Cat Crypto Boy. Thank you, everybody. Best of luck to everybody. Let me get everybody entered, and we'll get into the drawing here momentarily.
Yeah, that's a much bigger turnout than I even thought. That's really cool. So
that's great.
Excellent.
Yeah, it is. It's great. And they're going to receive great product too. So it's just
good to give back to the community, right? Had a lot of great response, and yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, when we're doing the thing on code words, they're going to be auctions, and like the proceeds to that are going to go to the marketing budget for that big CasinoCoin giveaway. So, because we hadn't really been, it was going to be just like all the community members posting about it, but I worry that would just kind of like be in an echo chamber within the community, and we wouldn't really be expanding out. So it's like, if we could spend money on ads, we could get in front of all kinds of crypto people. So that's kind of what those keychains are going to help support, is just awareness of the project. So,
well, and you know, like, I've even found giveaways, not only are you helping people out, giving them a chance to get something for free, but I was looking at Twitter's advertising costs, and you're talking, it's 50 cents to $2 US per interaction or conversion. And even right now, my current conversion rate, or how many people visit my site versus buy something, is 1%. So every 100 people that visit my site, 1% buy something. So I'm going to wind up spending, you know, anywhere between $50 and $200 to sell a single $30 product. But, you know, doing a giveaway, I can actually give something to somebody and have it grow naturally based on true interest of the product and wanting to learn about it. And the desire of wanting that product is what is driving the advertising, not shoving it in someone's face.
Exactly.
So
it's a totally different way of thinking. And it's another example of the pay it forward kind of like, I'm giving this not only to kind of spread awareness of it, but also to just help the community itself, and like, you know, provide somebody with an opportunity, and then it in turn does, you know, turn back around, and you could get more people that see it, and then they're like, oh, I want to go ahead and buy one.
It's cool meeting the people in the community too. The one who won the giveaway yesterday happens to live 3 hours north of me, and he has an aunt and uncle who live in the same town as me. The entire planet, this guy gets it. Like, it's just kind of cool.
What's crazy is, like, I had Patty XRP come to the shop on Friday or yesterday, and turns out he lives nearby as well. And he's like, he has a huge channel that I've been following for a long time, and I had no idea.
Yeah,
I saw
next
that tweet.
block over.
That's
like,
unbelievable.
Yeah,
hey guys, we're going to be able to experience this firsthand right now. I have all the names entered. I can assure you they are on the list. So I'm going to hit the share screen button here. Okay. And hope for the best. Here's the wheel of names. I think we're in good shape here. Okay. Can you guys see the wheel of names?
Yep. We can see it. Blue.
All right. So I may not be pronouncing some of these names correctly, but make sure you're up there. I'll give you about 30 seconds to make sure your name's listed. There's the pie chart. Okay. Can you still see it?
Yeah, yep. I see it.
All right. So if your name's not on there, please let me know. I'm juggling this around a little bit so I can see the chat as well. And we'll give them about 30 seconds. Once again, everybody, thank you so much for your continued support. As far as Gambling Savant goes, we've got a great following, a very strong following. I interact with many individuals on a daily basis. This is just one piece of my journey with YouTube and social media, and of course, cryptocurrency and CasinoCoin. Lots of developments are taking place with me personally on this side of things. I've got a lot of visions and objectives that I want to complete. I am under contract with a gambling site. I can't announce it yet. That'll be coming out next week. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of promotions and a lot of fun developing there. And it might be a long-term relationship. So I'll bring everybody's attention to that next week and make that announcement. I'm very excited. Gamble is a life, or wow. So life is a gamble, right? On a daily basis, we wake up, we're immediately gambling. That's the nature of being human. That's the nature of many aspects of life. Viewing it in the context of financials, we are gambling with our investments, and we gamble for entertainment. So I have a very strong, relationship with the gamble, a very high level of respect for the term gambling. And I want to be very, very vocalize that very much so that we can protect our assets, we can gamble strategically, and we can have a future. And gambling doesn't mean throwing money away if approached properly. Okay. So anyways, big developments taking place on many levels with Gambling Savant, with Tyler Boone, with Dave from arcplate.com. Thank you everybody so much. We'll jump into the drawing right now, and best of luck to everybody. Okay. So all we have to do here is tap on the wheel, and the first giveaway will be for the Boonerings.com keychain. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Drum roll.
And it'll say the name. The arrow isn't always the greatest indicator.
Hey.
And we have Akaisha Sai is the winner of the Boonerings XRP keychain. Congratulations to you. I will contact you. We will, speak on either Twitter or through the chat here. We'll get in touch with Tyler and we'll make that happen. Okay. Congratulations to you. So I'm going to take that individual's name out of the next drawing, and the next drawing will be for the arcplate.com product. Okay. So let me make sure we're in good shape. We are. And once again, we'll have a countdown. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
it's Big Ted. Look at that race right there.
Oh,
Big Ted wins the arcplate.com product, and we will also be in touch. So if you guys could please correspond with me in the chat, either contact myself, Gambling Savant, or tboone_8 on Twitter, or David at arcplate. So is that your handle, Dave? At arcplate?
arc_plate.
Okay, at arc_plate. I'll put that in the chat here momentarily. And what I'm trying to do here is getting back to the original setup here with not sharing the screen. Here we go.
Try Alt S.
Alt S.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Good.
I
Hey,
learned something new.
very nice. Thank you so much for that. Well, that's it, everybody. Let's give the chat a minute to gather themselves and get their information out to us, as far as not their personal information, but acknowledge the fact that you were the winner, and we'll take care of everybody. Okay.
Awesome.
And
Congrats
so
to the winners.
let's take Big Ted first. So, because he's last in the chat here. So Big Ted, why don't you contact Dave directly at arc_plate.
Yep.
On Twitter. So let's get that in the chat here real quick. And then as far as Acacia goes, how would you like to handle that, Tyler?
She could also, or he or she could message me as well at tboon_8 on Twitter.
Okay.
And we could go through and.
Okay. So if you're out there listening, Acacia, please contact Tyler at tboon_8 on Twitter. Okay. And then Tyler, DM me whenever you sort that out, and I'll fire off the funds to you. Okay.
Sounds like a plan, man.
Hey, we've got Code Ward's live stream taking place as we speak. If you all want some more entertainment and some information on CasinoCoin and just cryptocurrency and life in general, and lots of progression on many levels, hop on over to Code Ward's live stream. And I'm going to end this before I hit the dyslexic side of my speaking and stumble again. I'm kidding. No, hey, it was fantastic, guys. Best wishes to everybody here in the chat. Best wishes to Dave. Best wishes to Tyler and your father back there. Thank you guys for participating. And it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll do it again.
Thank you guys.
Great meeting everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.